In this video, I'm going to describe my original 4x8 layout. I've had a few requests for a track plan, and I didn't ever make a track plan on paper or on AnyRail software. So I'll just describe what I did. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos. I looked at a lot of track layout plans for 4x8s. And I found this guy named Cougar 150 who described his 4x8 layout. This is not exactly the same as his, but it gave me inspiration for mine. So right now, I've expanded it from the original layout as it sits now. I added 8 inches, 8-inch wing to this side, and I added a foot wing to the far side. And then the major change was I added another 4x8 down on the other end. So I call this 6x16, although it's not actually 6 foot wide, not quite. This is on casters, and so I can roll it away from the wall in my garage. It can't be any bigger because I need room to store my car in the garage. So this gives me room on either side of my car to get in and out. So my wife has room on the other side too. So anyway, with that kind of background, let me describe a little more of the detail. So originally this had this had 3 loops, and the outside loop is 22 inches, and there's 2.5 inches between each of the loops. These are re-railers here that makes it easy to get cars on the layout. And if you're watching one of my original 4x8 videos, you'll see now I have removed all the Atlas snap switches. All the turnouts on the 4x8 are run by Circuitron Smales, and I've done videos on those. You probably could put 2 inches between here. That makes it kind of tight. And I'm glad that I didn't originally, because 2 inches doesn't really leave you enough room if you want to put signals on. So I have these little cheap signals that are attached to my switch motors that show green when it's straight and red when it's diverging. So that's kind of the overall layout. This is 22-ish, just under 20, and then under 18. I think this is actually 17.5. Now, these curves are all flex track, and they're not perfectly laid, but they do work. I only run 40-foot cars and GP locomotives. I think if you're running those long passenger cars, even a 22-inch radius is really not enough. Those things are so long. The modern ones are so long, they look really, I think, kind of weird going around on a 4x8 layout, but that's just me. And again, I use switchers and GP locomotives. So I had 2 outside tracks and an inside track, and a little, these are shaper sheet hills. So I have enough number 6 switches on here. Originally they were number 4s, but they're not very good. So I switched them all to number 6s when I upgraded it. So you can see I think you can see the switches there that I have, that I can move on and off the different loops. And then down in there you can see the way the sidings lay out between the three buildings down there. On the original layout, it didn't look like this, and I modified it. So here I have two sidings coming into these warehouses, which I like a lot. And then over here, I just have this little stub-in siding I added. I hadn't even finished ballasting that. This is the kind of the Smooth It type road system here. Everything else is kind of a paper thing. But I wish I had extended this over in front of this little building here, just to have a little more room there. But it's it's just one of those things where you're always thinking about what you could have done or how to change your layout. This one is still a number 4 because I didn't want to change to a 6 and restructure all the way that worked. So the inside guys are still number 4s, and the main switch, those main guys are number 6s. Now down here, this is now double track. Originally, this curved around to make the third loop over there. I took that out and restructured it, so it's just 2 loops. Actually, it's only 1 because I have yet to reconnect it over there, because when I put a number 6 in over there, this has to be restructured, has to be moved out. And I haven't yet done that. So this is going through a lot of modifications since I built it starting in 2017. I'm not sure what else I can say about this. Just let me do a little look down here. You can see the way the 2 sidings come in there, and the siding on the other side of the Sunrise Mill. So that's the original 4x8. This is the new 4x8. I didn't build this as a standalone. It's just part of, I kind of worked it in to what I had. So, it's not great. If I was to start completely over on a 6x16, I would not use this exact, plan. These sidings I have added. I needed more room to get get my cars off the main tracks, and I would do those, I think, differently. Well, anyway, Don, I hope this helps you. It's not terribly detailed, but again, it's about 22. That's what you can get on a 4x8. You want to leave a little room on the sides. You don't want to run those right up to the edge. And 2.5 inches between them, so you have a little space. If you want to add signals, if you never want to add signals, you can make these narrower. And right now, because I have these number 6s, I need a little extender right in here. So I'm not sure, but you might be able to just plug these 2 number 6s together and avoid that and get these things tightened up. There is room in here with this re-railer. You could tighten that up too. But anyway, this layout evolved over years. So anyway, like I said, I hope this helps.